Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the sheep. So if you were born in the sheep, or if you prefer the goat, then this is a reading for you. So let's give these a little shuffle up and let's see what the cards are saying this week. Let's see where we are. Let's stop there, I think, and we'll go one from the bottom, or that one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, we got a white, black. Good start, moving into a black at the end there, but as I've always said, white doesn't always mean all right. Black isn't always an attack. It's all about the compatibility on the other side of the cards, and right now we've got a white rabbit, which is a very good card for the sheep people, so things are going well. There is obviously something that is changing, or something that is happening very quickly around you that you may not even notice that is changing, because that rabbit is a catalyst card. And you, again, are part of that catalyst triangle, that affinity triangle of the rabbit, the sheep, and the pig. Change is going to happen around you, and change is happening around you right now. Whether it's affecting you or you're aware of it, that's by the by. It is something that is going to happen regardless of if you notice it or not, and it's just happening because of what is going on in your immediate kind of environment, or where you are at right now. It could be something that you've said, could be something that you're a part of, could be something that you've done, or something that you did do previously, like, you know, planting a seed, and now something that is growing is happening and changes afoot. This is a positive things. This is positive. This is very good. It's a good chance. It's a good time to be optimistic and enthusiastic. I think right now as well, it's a good time for you to focus on, I want to say, taking the lead in things, you know, being confident with what it is that you feel needs to be done to achieve, I want to say, aspirations, or what your dreams would be. But it doesn't have to be so, like, you know, the dream, or something. Like, it just needs to be, you know, just stuff that potentially would just bring a little bit more joy into your life, or stuff like this. Basically, make investments in things that are going to serve as memories in the future. So make memories. This is what you need to be doing at the moment, is fulfilling sort of more emotional sort of achievements, where you are bringing joy to yourself. And potentially this is where the change is going to start happening, because if you start doing this, you know, if you start becoming more aware of where you could be happier, potentially that's going to change things, where you could end up becoming happier. And to reach that happiness, you're going to have to make the first step. Oh, look at that, we've got another catalyst card for you. There is the goat, the sheep. It is you. It is coming there as a reminder of, again, you are that sheep, you are that person. And as sheep get along with other sheep relatively well, and there are no real rivalries between the two, they will work well together. I do feel that this is a very good time for you to start, again, as I say, to start looking at things that are going to bring in happiness, joy, contentment, and things that you want to do. Go to that place you've always wanted to visit. Buy something, like a thing that you've been putting off buying, as a treat. Basically, treat yourself. That's what it is. Treat yourself. Now, the goat is a different catalyst card to the rabbit, even though they are both positive in that white, and they are both still in the same triangle. The rabbit is a very quick change. It's very it comes in very quickly, and happens before you really even know it. The goat, the sheep, that is a more forceful change. That comes in very quickly, very forcefully and bluntly. You usually know when these changes start happening. So potentially these little changes that are happening that you may not notice are going to turn into something that could actually be something that's very well worthwhile. It could be something that could be the change that actually changes everything for you, and puts you back into, you know, back onto a path where you're going to feel more comfortable. You're going to feel influenced in more positive ways. You're not going to feel, I mean, and this could be in love, this could be in business, this could be in family, friendship, this could just be your own personal growth. But you're you are going to find that once you start to do what you want to do, or taking control of the situation for the sake of your own, as I say, happiness, or sort of bringing joy to yourself and treating yourself, you'll find that this may actually open doors in the future, and you could actually find yourself in more of a, I want to say healthier, but it may not even be that, more just a happier routine. Just a routine where you're not sort of neglecting yourself. Not that you are, but just neglecting. It's so easy to put other people first. And as a sheep person, you are a very sensitive, empathic person. And as that sort of empathic person that wants to help people and care for people and be that good Samaritan, you often neglect yourself, and you don't consider yourself. And sometimes it's hard for you to be selfish. And I think maybe that's potentially what you need to be. And I know that's a bit of a naughty word for sheep, because you don't like being selfish and you don't like people that are selfish. But self-care is selfishness. So just remember to look after yourself. It's not a bad thing. Nobody else is going to look out for you as much as you should. So just bear that in mind. We got that dog jumping in there as that sort of defensive card as well. And the dog and the sheep, they do have a few things in common. They're not compatible as such, but they're definitely not incompatible. It is in the negative, however. It is in the negative. And I think potentially it's because you need to rein things in a little bit, and like I say, start taking control and start being a little bit more I don't know, maybe forceful, like the goat, you know. Try and like I want to say, take it by the horns, and take control, and take things sort of in more of a you've got this kind of attitude. I think right now, as that goat card is there, and the dog is kind of like on the other side of the fence, not as an opposite, but it is as I say, it's definitely not incompatible, but there's few compatibilities there, and they're on one side of the fence or the other. I think right now, as that goat, or that sheep person, you need to kind of bust through that fence and bust through that boundary. There's no, I know it's quite easy to put into words where you say, oh, you know, stand up for yourself, or don't take no shit kind of thing, but it's a lot harder to do that, to face up to things, or to make a stand and stuff like this. And I get that, and that dog is a defensive, protective card, and I think right now it is rather, I think it's rather hard to focus on your objectives, or, you know, treating yourself in ways, or, you know, in any kind of thing, because again, you're holding yourself back, because you want to fulfill your sort of responsibilities, or fulfill, you know, helping people, or being around the people, being there for the people that are around you, kind of thing. And again, this kind of allows you to neglect yourself, or maybe not neglect yourself, but forget yourself, because I feel there is a difference there. And I think right now it's that kind of need to not want to hurt people. You're worried about hurting others. You kind of like I don't want to say you're a people pleaser, but you're just kind of indecisive about putting your needs above other people's needs, if that makes sense. As I've said, neglecting yourself. And this is not what the dog would do. This is not what the dog would do. A typical dog person would definitely not put others first, in the sense of at their own expense. They're not going to put others first at their own expense, and that's what you need to sort of take on board here, is to not allow this to happen, where you're taking on too much of other people's problems and things like this. And I think really, because you are, I don't want to say like, I don't know, sitting on that fence just waiting for somebody to fall down so you can jump off and help them. Potentially it's a good opportunity now to just watch people help themselves, and be there to support them, not necessarily do everything that makes them happy, or be there for them in a sense that it is at the expense of yourself. Because realistically, there is change happening, and it is going to stem from you and from around you. And I do believe that it is going to start happening when you start to say, actually, no, I do deserve to treat myself. Potentially, that's exactly what you should do. And we'll find out next week how you get on with that when we come back with another reading for the sheep people. We'll be back tomorrow for a reading for the monkeys and the roosters. If I don't see you then, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Love and peace.